I write for Essence Magazine as the horoscope columnist. In the back of the magazine, I'm Kamal's mommy. I'm from Yonkers, New York. And my company is called Word Life Astrology. Why? I don't know if I explained this as of late. Word Life Astrology. Well, being from Yonkers, New York, being from New York, period, we have affirmations that say word up, dot, on the ultimate, and word life. Word life is just that affirmative space of saying, I stand by what it is that I say. Not only I stand by what I say, I stand by what I say. I stand by the truth of it as it comes through me, as I allow myself to be a beacon of some type of truth via astrology or spirit, word, life. That is my dedication. That is my commitment, not only to myself and to God, but to whoever listens. So word, life, astrology, that is me, Sonia Marie. I love that y'all all are rolling in here. Sweet Taurus, Camasita. And April is here. She's always in the place. I love you, April. Moni Love is here. Greetings to you, Paradise Within. Oh, love to see Jenny and Ty as well. Bijou, Bijou. And Simone Powers. Hi, Bijou, my favorite Aquarius. What is going down with you? Oh, Ramon, grateful for you, Sonia. Seems the bottom fell out for all the systems I'm attached to this week. So very interested in what the universe and spirit has to say. Okay, well, I'm going to take care of my part of the responsibility. I'm sure spirit and the universe and everybody's lives has extra things to say. This is the only way I hear it and how I tell it to you. So just utilize this information as a little bit extra. Make sense? I never profess to be anybody's guru or guide or spiritual lie. And if some shit comes out my via astrology or just me ranting and raving and just being who I am, and it makes sense to you, all well the better. Because I'm sure if you did something and you said something that made sense to me, I'll be like, hell yeah, I'm gonna go listen to that chick or that dude. So I'm just talking and rambling about some stuff that I know in hopes that it helps you. That's it. That is all. Yo, this week is a really, really interesting week. I always say that. But in the guise of that there's not too much going on. What up with you, Trina? There's not too much going on majorly. However, it's just enough going on, and you'll understand what I'm saying in a minute, that's lifting everything up to the surface to be figured out again from a Neptunian. Is that right? Is that a word? Can somebody check that? A Neptunian perspective. Because Neptune is doing its job this week. Before I go into that, let me tell you that there are a few spots available for our retreat on September 7th through the 11th to Mount Shasta. Google Mount Shasta. If you've been hearing me say this for the last couple of weeks about our retreat, and you have no idea what the hell Mount Shasta is, what it is, where it is, how it is, if you even want to go. I asked you to Google it. It's really, really a powerful place. There are some awesome spots on the planet that serve as, and for those who already know this, please forgive me for repeating something you know, but that serve as portals to our planet. As almost information highways, spiritual highways from those galactical places, from God's voice, from angels and constellations that stream through the universe and come down on our planet to honestly keep us in balance with everybody else in every other solar system and every other galaxy that surrounds us. Y'all agree? Like, to be truthful with you, portals are only that. They magical in their own way, but they honestly just kind of allows us to snap in and get grounded to our true intention, to the true magnetism that's coming through from spirit and from the heavens and from the galaxies, to again keep us in alignment with everything and everybody else. The reason why it seems so incredibly magical, these places that have these portals like Sedona and Mount Shasta and a bunch of other places on the planet, the reason why it's so exciting, here's a download, is because this freaking planet is off balance. That's what it is. It's almost like giving you a freaking ice cream in the middle of the desert. And you're like, God damn, I didn't know the planet had ice cream. It's like, yeah, we do have ice cream. And it is so welcoming. That's what vortexes do to us. We welcome them because they shift us back into perspective, and it's just a delightful change. That was a long-ass promotion for this goddamn retreat that we doing. I really didn't mean to go all over the place, but I just wanted to give it its just due in that moment in time. Sonia makes herself laugh. I ain't gonna lie. Hi, William. How are you? Walaikum salam. All right, let's get into this week because I have a feeling some other downloads are gonna come through. And thank you, Yaya. How you doing, sweet Gemini? You? And I want to be able to read one or two people on here. Okie dokie, schmoky. All right, here we go. Today, the moon and the sun are getting together. Why? Because the moon is in Scorpio. And the sun is in Pisces. So that's a trine. That's a nice little water harmonious flow. So if you are propelled to cry, or if you're propelled to purge, if you are propelled to release and forgive some things about yourself and about other people, please do that because it will bring harmony to your own soul. Maybe it won't change or alter the person or the people that are involved, but it'll absolutely do its best to clean itself out. Yourself out when the moon and the sun get together. Honestly and quite simply, the moon is about ego, and the sun is about ego, and the moon is about emotions. So when they're in harmony, it's almost like your head and your heart are in the same place. And if it's a water sign, it needs to release because water releases. Y'all get that? So it depends on the harmony and how you would administer what that harmony calls for. And since it's in water, Scorpio and Pisces, it's called for us to release, to relate, to go deep, to pull out, but in harmony, not in an emotional outpouring, which we get confused and we don't know our name and we don't know which way we're going and we lost sight of self. You dig? It's for harmonic situations only to bring some clarity to you. It's very, very interesting how at the same time, the ego and the sun, the sun and the emotions are coming together. The moon and Mercury is actually going in different places. So the moon is squaring Mercury today. The sun and the moon is together. Ego and emotions are together, but the emotions and the way we think are absolutely going in different directions. Remember, Mercury is in Aquarius and the moon is in Scorpio. So this is what I wrote yesterday because I take notes usually the day before for you guys. Thinking like a rebel can bring deep, immediate emotional pain. You can become vengeful if you become that rebel that doesn't want to move. So why are you going to do that? Like for what? Here's the deal. The moon is our reaction, is our emotion. I'm breaking it down. If Mercury is in Aquarius and Mercury says, no, I want to think this way. No, I'm arrogant like that. I want to plan this way. No, I know what I know because I know Mercury in Aquarius. We're going to do it like this. We're going to say it like this. You're going to spec me. Put some spec on that. You're going to spec me like this. Where the emotional energy around you is like, I don't know about that thing. Okay, I don't know about that thing. I actually want to go this way. I am determined to be passionate in this way. I don't necessarily want to overthink and reanalyze what it is you want to do, brain. I want to feel in my depths. I want to go there, and they're not on the same accord. So sometimes the brain can get a little rebellious and kind of sideswipe and leave the emotions out of the equations, you dig? And that can cause problems today. Are y'all with me? Yes, y'all. Y'all here? 31 people. I got 9 thumbs up. Can y'all give me a couple more to let me know that y'all understand what I'm saying? Or at the very least, just say yes, y'all. I'm preparing you today. Because again, moon and the brain, they ain't coming together. And it might be a situation where you don't know. Something may happen today or tomorrow where you don't feel. Thank you, Jua. Thank you, Bijou. Thank you, Miss Limitless. Thank you, Mickey. Thank you, Yaya. Thank you, Ty. It may be an opportunity today where somebody is saying something or you receive some type of correspondence via email or text or something. And in your brain, you're thinking, what the fuck? Did you just... You call it? Did you check? Like what? The brain is like, yo, you going in one way. The brain is absolutely like breaking it down in the best way that it knows how. But Mercury and Aquarius can leave you feeling arrogant, knowing that you know a thing. Whereas the emotions are like, no, you need to go deeper. You may think you know something, but you got to go deeper into a situation, a person, an ideal, in order to really get the full spectrum, in order to really motherfucking know. Y'all get that? Some people may go to their emotions and get rebellious on that thing. You know, I figured it out today, though. I found a balance between how my body responded and how my brain wanted to react. It was mad humbling. Thank you for sharing that, Bijou. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's exactly what it is that I'm talking about. Because when we have challenges like a square, if I ever come on here and tell you the moon is squaring this, Mercury's squaring that, Mars is squaring that, yes, the caution is there. But it's more about what Bijou just explained and how we can look at the caution, we can look at the challenge of it all, we can look at how hard it is, but we can look at the fact that we can absolutely grow if we just lend or lean in what you think you don't know, what you think you don't feel, what you think is just totally opposite and off the cuff is a whole nother direction. You just might learn something by shutting the fuck up. I said it. Because Mercury and Aquarius, again, I know. Let me talk to you. Let me tell you. Let me shut up so you can feel. So the moon can come through. I can't tell you how powerful this shit is right now. Okay, but that's for today because the moon shifts, right? Every 2.5 days, give or take or so, the moon goes in a whole nother vibration. So we're only talking about today, possibly tomorrow. Tomorrow, though, check it out. 2/22/22/22. I should have had my goddamn cut, my 222 cut. I kind of want to play it. I want to go get it, but I don't want to stop. Y'all know, please know that I love the number 222, and tomorrow it is 222. Please look it up. It is the vibrational number 6. If you break it all the way down, which means family. It means harmony, foundation. You dig? But 222 in itself has everything to do with unconditional love. There's a few videos back that I broke down the year 2022 in which I talked about the number 222 in depth. I'd love for you to go visit that video when you have a moment, you laying in bed and you don't have shit to do and you want to watch some mindless television. You might as well watch me. You might as well turn this on and be like, oh, I remember Sonia said, because that shit is an hour, just like Married at First Sight and just like Ready for Love. I mean, it's all an hour. All I'm saying is 222 is a bomb-ass number. It's filled with all types of unconditional love. It allows us to open up our heart in ways that we never, ever thought that we could if we focus on that number in itself. So tomorrow, bust this shit. Tomorrow, the 222, the main event of tomorrow is the moon trine in Jupiter. You know that was happening. It's going to continue to happen when the moon goes into water signs, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Whenever you hear that, that means Jupiter's going to get hit up. Why? Because Jupiter is in Pisces. So the moon in Scorpio is trying Jupiter in Pisces. Spices. Jupiter in Spices. I love that. It's actually a dope little like Tabasco sauce. Spices. I'm just joking. Okay. The moon, trining Jupiter and Pisces. Welcome the blessings as what it is that you deserve. You got to trust the miracles, though. You got to trust the miracles. Here's the deal about that. Scorpio and Pisces energy, as we know, works very, very well together. But the only way, again, as I alluded to prior to this, about the moon and the sun getting together today, the only way to really benefit from this moon and Jupiter getting together on tomorrow is if you go deep with your feelings. Because the moon in Scorpio always goes deep. Always goes deep. It pulls up some treasures and shit that you never, ever thought was there. To be truthful with you, we just have to be courageous enough to go deep in our emotions, in those dark places, wounded places, scarred places, those places that have like scar tissue. How about that? Pull it up to the surface and allow Jupiter to work it out. Allow Jupiter to say, oh, that's all? That's all you got going on? Ah, let me add some sprinkles to that. Let me add some Skittles to that. Let me give you some blessings based on what you went down there to get, the emotions that you went down there to get. You understand what I'm saying? We have to be bold enough to reach areas in our heart, in our emotional bodies that is absolutely available and worth touching that Jupiter shit, touching the blessings, touching the opportunities, touching the positivity. But if the emotions don't come up, if the feelings that you deserve a thing doesn't come up, if the passion and the desires with that moon in Scorpio doesn't come up, Jupiter can't hit it. Jupiter can't express it, expound it, drag it along the street and say, hey, look at Yaya, she's bad, girl, she's bad. You can't do that if you don't see it, if we don't see it, if you keep it buried. Does that make sense? That's tomorrow. So absolutely feel the way that you feel, but allow the miracles to come in because they come in. And here's the deal. This is what gets me excited. The miracles are coming and Jupiter and the moon are setting them up. So in short, if you were to tomorrow, starting tonight, going into tomorrow, open up your heart and say, I believe and I know I deserve my wildest freaking dreams. I deserve it all. You understand what I'm saying? That's how we can manifest it quietly in our prayers. And then all of a sudden, Neptune is about to show out and be like, oh, I heard you had an order. Grubhub is at the door. Oh, word? Oh, shit. Here's your blessing. Here's your miracle. Let me expound on that. But tomorrow is the day to open up to that. And then Neptune will take over. I'll tell you in a minute. Tomorrow is an interesting day, too, with a whole other aspect. The moon squares Saturn. Use the challenges to overcome the obvious. No need to hold on to the old or karmic lessons. Work through everything in order to rise. Work through everything in order to rise. So if we got the moon sitting nicely with Jupiter, promising us some opportunities, on the very same day, the moon is saying, I don't want to work for the shit. I don't want to see the damn limitations and the fear around it. I just want my blessings. Okay, that's fine. You'll get your blessings. But how about you add a little stink on that? How about you add a little sweat on that? How about you add a little work on that? How about you add some boundaries to that and don't fight it? How about you not fight Saturn at the same time the blessings are coming through and say, I'll do whatever I need to do in order to hold on to this blessing? How about you do that is what it's saying tomorrow. If you do that, if you can work through that, if you can understand your fears around a thing, you can understand your boundaries around the thing, your restrictions, then possibly maybe you can open up to receive the blessings. If you can work just a little bit, just a touch, you may not feel like working tomorrow, but if you can do just a little bit, you may open up to what's there for you. Yo, the veil is so motherfucking thin, y'all. And when I say that, I mean like the ancestors are on the other side, your blessings are on the other side. The thing that you've been working for decades on is on the other side. It's about believing. And for this week, it's about the fantasy. It's about the imagination. It's about Neptune setting it up going, you think that you didn't deserve it, or I should say, you think that you need to be more real, more rational. You need to justify some things. You need to plan. Organize. Do everything that you can from a human perspective to allow things to come to you, to get the blessings that you want. And Neptune this week is like, nah, cuz really all you need to do is believe. All you need to do is open up your heart. All you need to do is to let the residue go. All you need to do is stop fighting. All you need to do is relax in how fucking bomb you are. Sometimes I think we push too goddamn much to try to get to a destination, a situation, a desired goal. When in actuality, there's not a fucking destination ever. Because there's no death. There's only transformation. There's never, ever a destination. So why not pull back and enjoy the ride? That makes sense? I'm so happy for that solar flare. I'm so happy for that. So that's tomorrow. On Wednesday, the moon goes into Sagittarius, right? Watch the buildup, y'all. Y'all know this is how I teach. And if y'all don't know, I give these day-by-day plays so y'all can see how it adjusts and shifts along the week. You, whatever sign you are, whatever rising you have, whatever moon, you can take this information and adjust that, or I should say, apply that to your chart and apply that to your personality, and you just know what's coming at you. You can deal with it and adjust along the way. All right? So watch the buildup. Because here comes fancy filled, happy-go-lucky, dismissive Sagittarius energy, right? That's coming in the moon sign on Wednesday, right? The moon goes into Sagittarius early in the morning for the East Coast at 8:29 a.m. This is what I like. I like the fact, the first aspect, Neptune, the first aspect is Wednesday with Mars sextiling Neptune. Mars sextiling Neptune. Wait, Sonia. You just said that the sky opened up with the moon and Jupiter real quick on Tuesday. So that means I'm getting all of these blessings, all of these accolades and shit. And now Mars is hitting Neptune to give some action behind it, some determination behind that, some understanding. Now, Neptune and Jupiter is two different things, yes. But Neptune says, Jupiter says, I give it all to you on Tuesday. And Neptune says, now what you receive is your dreams. What you receive is the things that you've been dreaming of, praying on. What you receive and what you push through with Mars is that spirit thing, that connection. Okay, let me go back. Mars sextiling Neptune tomorrow adds action to all Neptune shit. I believe that Neptune is the planet that allows you to feel everything, but you just can't touch it. It's not a tangible planet. So again, just to reiterate, this is the sake of teaching, okay? If you get bored with me saying things over and over again, you don't have to come back. It's okay. I think that this is a way in order to implement the importance behind these aspects. Again, Neptune is the planet of drugs, alcoholism, dreams, dreamtime dreams, sleepy dreams, all right? Neptune is a planet of art and music and drugs and alcoholism, the ethereal, the spiritual, intuition, right? Neptune, again, is everything that you can feel but you can't touch. If you got Mars on his back, it's basically amplifying all things Neptune. What? Now, to me, that's a beautiful thing because I'm the astrologer speaking to life into this. For some people, some astrologers, and do know this, everybody speaks from their own perspective. Every astrologer speaks from their own perspective. It's plain and motherfucking true. Understand that. So if you want different perspectives, you got to listen to all different types of people. All right? Not just Sonia. All right. Anyway, the bottom line is that from my perspective, being that Neptune is a Piscean planet and I rocks with it, it's about illuminating, opening up your dreams now. Oh, wait. Oh, you mean my aspirational dreams? Sure. But more importantly, your sleepy dreams. What's being said to you on Wednesday? What's being said to you? What ancestors are literally popping through the veil saying, hey, get off your ass. We got things to do. Hey, I got money for you sitting over at Uncle Bobby's house. Get that money and travel and go do what you need to do. Hey, your children need you. Hey, Neptune has a way of like seeping through messages like osmosis in this motherfucker. Like absorbing it in your body and you don't even know how it got there. I love Neptune. Although it can be really, really dreamy and really, really elusive. And tomorrow, maybe there's a lot for some people. There may be some chaos that connects with Neptune. Maybe you feel like you're in a weird-ass twilight zone on Wednesday when Mars connects with Neptune. These are different scenarios in which Mars sextiling Neptune can apply in your life. Again, maybe you got Mars swimming around Neptune and there's a lot of confusion, but you got to move fast in this confusion, which makes you feel even more confused and you start spinning out even more. That could happen, but let me tell you, since it's a sextile, it's definitely going to be favorable. It's favorable. It can help you. Maybe you're the type of person that's been sitting on your ass for some time and Mars and Neptune is swimming around you. It looks like confusion. It's absolutely drumming up some shit so you can get going on what? Your dreams. What they're saying to you in your dream time, what your ancestors and your guides are saying to you through Neptune, because Neptune is all about intuition, all about spirituality, all about connections to the other side, that veil. They are going to be hot this week, y'all. The other side. Hot. Starting off with Mars pushing it. Hot. So if you see your grandmother, your uncle, anybody that's on the other side show up to you, please take a deep breath. Know that they are here feverishly to help us to change, to lean into what? Our imaginations once again. Squirrel, let me stop. We need help with our imaginations. We do. Don't y'all think? Yes, yes, y'all. I'm only going to say that, and I'm going to preach real quick, and then I'm going to get back on this rundown. I'm only going to say that is because I feel like we've been up, truly, in the last 2.5 years. Certainly since 2010, walking up this big-ass mountain, but for the last 2.5 years, it's obvious we've been beat up. And sometimes the imagination doesn't serve a realistic place, or have a realistic place in this at this time. Because now it's about, oh, I lost my business, I lost my man, I lost my woman, I gotta get back on the horse. I gotta come back. I gotta be productive. I gotta write this book. I gotta do this and that. But do you? Do you, when your ass is tired and beat up? At the very least, spark your imagination and dream again. Can you be 5 again? Can you be 5 again this week? This is another way that Neptune can show up for you. It can show up for you through chaos and confusion. It can show up through you, your ancestors on your back. It can show up while to spark your imagination and music and art in you again. It can show up to you in a way in which you feel like you actually are kind of flying above this earth and feel a little levitated. And dare I say it, a little bit more genius-like than any other fucking human beings walking on the planet. Have you ever felt that? Like, not on some arrogant, I know more than you, but like, why the hell am I here? I think I need to go back to my planet. I think they forgot me in the middle of Sedona. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I really feel that sometimes. Like an abandoned goddamn child. Like they really left, somebody left me. Can they come back and get me? Somebody on Venus. I feel like crying right now because this shit feels so, because it's so true in my spirit. I don't belong here, y'all. I don't belong on this planet. And I feel like they left me. So with Neptune going crazy, I'll be like, come back for me, please, right, Dan? You already know, Vaughn. Shit. Every now and again, we take little Cessna planes there. Nah. We get there real quick and come back and act like we human again. Yo. It's just a weird existence, y'all. Y'all feeling me, huh? It's just a weird existence to be in such a beautiful place. Like, let's not get it twisted. I hope y'all don't mind. This might be long today. But let's not get it twisted. The Earth, the planet, is fucking paradise. Come on, y'all. It's the only, well, what we know to be true habitable place. Inhabitable? Is that the right way of saying it? Sometimes I don't care how words come out my mouth. But it's the only place. Like, this is a beautiful, beautiful place. And then we got some weird ass people that just want to rape it and take it all away and disregard the power that sustains this place and disregards the respect that goes outside of this planet to the other millions of galaxies that swim around us. There's no respect for the outside. There's no respect for Neptune. There's no respect for spirit sometimes. We oftentimes want to stay in that Saturn kind of feel, y'all. We oftentimes want to stay responsible, logical, reasonable, organized. And let me tell you, structure and authority has its place. It does have its place. I have a very special person in my life in which we talk about that all the time. I love structure for when it needs to be applied. Other than that, Neptune is like fly fucking free. Fly free from your heart space. Danielle, you better not cry, because if you cry, I'm going to cry. I see your eyes welling up via emoji style. Don't do it, baby. America is a very Saturn. Yeah, it's very Saturn. It's very Saturn. We already know you. Okay, I can go in so many different areas, but I have more to tell you. So remember, Wednesday is the first incarnation. No, that's not what I want to say. Injection. The first injection of Neptune's prowess this week. You want to throw something in the mix? Same day, on Wednesday, the sun and the moon are going to go, they're going to square. So, even though there's a lot of push, determination around our imagination and everything Neptune, the ego and the emotions is going to be off. So, in my opinion, straight away, that Mars and Neptune thing is not going to be easy to facilitate if your head, or I should say your ego and your emotions are not on one accord. Y'all get that? Yes, y'all? The sun says, yo, bitch, you need to be doing this. And the moon goes, but I feel like I need to be doing this. And Mars and Neptune is like, I don't care what y'all doing. I need to put some stink behind these fantasies and this imagination and this thin veil and these ancestors that keep talking to me. It's not, put it this way. Do yourself a favor on Wednesday to forgive yourself, to forgive even the things that you may make a mistake doing in the moment. Just so you don't put too much energy. Give yourself grace, right? So you can allow that Mars and Neptune to really, really get activated. Don't get caught up in your feelings and don't get caught up in your ego. Even if you feel it on you, count to 5, let it go by. Because we have to pay attention to that Mars and Neptune that day. Don't get distracted by your own shit and by your own ego. Please, I'm gonna remember that too. All right. Next, Thursday, the moon will continue to be in Sagittarius, right? And it will square Jupiter. Okay, here we go, up and down. In the beginning of the week, we feel like, we got all powers to be, all the optimism that's coming. And now the moon wants to go up against Jupiter on Thursday. The feelings of, I don't think I am ready, or, no, let me pull back. Jupiter saying, no, let me give you more of these blessings. Let me give you more of these rewards. Let me give you more of the opportunities. Let me give you more of spirit. Jupiter's about spirit too, by the way. But it's more from a practical standpoint and less from an ethereal standpoint. That's Neptune. I hate when burps try to come through and then got you looking all crazy like you holding back thoughts. Okay, anyway. On Thursday, the moon goes against Jupiter. So Jupiter, again, being in Pisces, is like, I want it all unconditional, all the good feels, everything, and I'm going to give it to everybody. The moon in Sag is like, fuck that shit. I ain't going to give it to nobody. I'm going to keep it to myself. I'm going to actually put it in the closet. That moon in Sag. I'm going to put all them feels. I'm going to put all those blessings in the closet. Keep it for myself. Why? The moon and Sag absolutely can be a really, really selfish. Really, really selfish. But adventurous. Wants to share resources, kind of feel, but oftentimes, so if it's a square, it's not going to share, is the point. If it was in harmony and it was in Sag, it would share. But you're not going to want to share what you find on Thursday. Don't be a miser. There's this wonderful deck that I use in my readings. I'm really talking slow today. Again, hope you don't mind. Don't be a miser. Please let people know that I'm on here if you want. Share the video, text them. I'm just joking. Don't be a miser. That's what came up for me on Thursday for y'all, for us. That miserly energy is really, really tricky. Y'all understand what that is? Hands up. Anybody here? I need to get some more to drink. Squirrel, I came across this wonderful chick. I'm going to go back to the miser in a minute. What's her name? Markeisha Davis. I went to an awesome wine tasting at my girl Angel's Soul Session place on Slauson. Please follow her Soul Sessions on Instagram. She had this sister named Markeisha who has this bomb-ass wine called Chapter 38. It's a THC wine and a CBD wine. It's black owned. Chapter 38. Really, 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 y'all should get a hold of that bottle. And definitely get a hold of it and support the sister. Anyway, I don't know why I squirreled out to that. Maybe because I looked at this, the card as I was talking to y'all. But miser. The message that came to me before this came to me and I squirreled out was that miser. That miserly energy that shows up in my deck sometimes that I read, she's ugly. She's ugly and she holds back the jewels. She holds back the blessings. She holds back the time. She holds back the emotion. She holds back opportunities. She holds back everything so she can keep. And if you see this card, she's ugly as fuck. And she's just like, this is mine. That's that Mars, that's that moon in Sag squaring that Jupiter. This is mine. Y'all can't take it. I'm having an adventure with it. I'm gonna do what I wanna do with it. Fuck you. You get your own. You'll be all right. You got it before. Those kind of answers, singular answers or declarations that allows people to get what they want when they need to, and we hoard. We hoard oftentimes, especially in these last couple of months or years, honestly, is because so much has been taken away from us. I want you to do yourself a favor and watch yourself from hoarding on Thursday. If you're holding back joy, if you're holding back money, if you're holding back opportunities or riches, if you're holding back smiles. You ever see a person, and I've been guilty of this because I'm a goddamn crab. You ever see a person, including myself, who just sits there? I'm gonna keep going, y'all. I'm making myself laugh too much. Who just sits there in a grudge, is mad. And then an hour goes by and they can't hold on, they're mad. That's Sonia. That's me all day. That's that moon squaring Jupiter. You can't hold back. You can't hold on to the mad and to the emotions long enough. You gotta give it away. So if you feel like you gotta give it away and crack a smile on Thursday and you're just being really, really brattish and just trying to hold on to an emotion that doesn't serve you, I'm just gonna be mad. But every joke that comes past you, you can't smile, you can't laugh because it's gonna get you off that conviction of being mad. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, all right? Yep, that's true, Christine. Don't you know astrology? When you got Sag and Cancer in your chart, that's an everyday occurrence. That's hilarious. On Thursday, too, Venus, here's the second aspect, is sextile in Neptune. Y'all see how Neptune is showing out, bringing these dreams, these aspirations, all thing Neptune, all good feels to the surface. Know you're worthy of those dreams. Know you're worthy of those dreams. Connection to spirit world restores love and the value in their words, messages, and presence. Connection to the spirit world as it restores love and the value in their words, the messages that's coming across, and their presence. Yeah, I had to repeat that because I didn't really comprehend that in my head too tough. But I see that. And you know I didn't comprehend it because a download was coming at the same time. And when it says know your value, know your worth, it brings tears to my eyes that there are so many groups of people in the world that are downtrodden because what? They're black, they're women, they're Jewish, they're born on the wrong side of town, they don't have this amount of money, blah, 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 blah. And they start to negate their worth. Are y'all following me? They start to negate their worth. They don't believe that they're worthy any longer. So how about this? If you don't know your worth, you don't know the worth of your dreams. Oh, Venus and Neptune coming together to show the worth of your dreams? This can be painful though for some people, even though it's a sextile. Why? Because we're such in a lot of people. And if you white and got a lot of money too, that shit, you got your own trauma too. But I'm just speaking from the perspective where our worth is shut down, right? It might hurt to kind of tap into this good feel. Because somebody can say to you, I'm going to give you this new job and I want you to take $20,000 more a year. Those people that don't know their worth, those people that are used to settling will absolutely say 20,000? How about 10? I mean, that works. I don't want too much for nothing. I don't want too much for nothing. It's a humbling statement, but how much are you worth? How much have you done? How much have you sacrificed? How many lame fucks have you had? How many bullshit bosses have you worked for? How many bum freaking hoopties have you driven? You understand where I'm going? For us to continue to think like, I'll just settle with my hoopty. It's okay. It gets me from A to B. Are y'all hearing me? That false humility? Come on, Bijou. Say it like an Aquarius would say, because sometimes I don't have them words. That false humility. This Venus hooking up with Neptune on Thursday says, yo, check that shit. Because your blessings and your connections are not coming from an earthly existence. They're coming through the veil, chick, sir. So you need to know it's coming from a higher order, whatever is coming, and was started with it hooking up with Jupiter and with the moon and shit. It's coming, it's here. It's here. Yo, squirrel. By the way, Neptune and Jupiter is gonna hook up, honestly, for a good month. May is gonna be off the hook. Please put an asterisk next to May on your calendar, in your phone. Watch for May. That's when Neptune and Jupiter are conjunct for a really long time. Anyway, for that month anyway, I think 2 months. But I'll come back and I'll definitely reassure you what that looks like. So it's about tapping into that wealthy mentality, that lack of knowing, that lack of deserving, truly. And tell you that they're giving it to you from the other spaces. And you can't turn back what God gives you. You can't. You cannot. So open up and accept it and know you're worth in it, okay? On Thursday, the moon sextiles Saturn. So let's work. Let's get to it. Let's put the restrictions up and the limitations up, okay? All right. I'm going to move a little faster because I want to be done with this so I can read a couple of people. Mercury on Thursday will, oh, that's beautiful. Mercury on Thursday will square Uranus. Thinking and planning against the innovation or the growth. Are you scared to surrender? And are you scared to have the lack of knowledge? The bottom line is, thank you, Bijou. The bottom line is your mind, Mercury, planning and strategy is going up against Uranus's innovation, Uranus's surprises, Uranus's unique way of thinking. And if you can't keep up with Uranus's change of thinking and it's throwing your plans out of whack, throwing off your whole to-do list and giving you blessings and surprises along the way, and you need to overthink it and hold on and control it in some kind of way, it's going to throw the whole shit off. The bottom line is that sometimes the brain is not enough. The brain thinking, knowing, the knowledge is not enough. It's about experience because Uranus, knowledge is important. It's necessary. We need it. But when Uranus says, I'm throwing in a monkey wrench and it's squaring Mercury, okay? I'm throwing in a monkey wrench to turn your whole trajectory. Sonia, get your words right. Turning your whole trajectory today. For you to go in a whole nother direction just for a minute so you can see something new, listen. Because you may not know it all. That's it. Bottom line, point blank. Friday, not too much is happening. The moon goes into Capricorn, time to get responsible. Wash your freaking clothes and clean out the garage. You know, plan something for you and your friends. Be the boss. That's Friday. Saturday, the moon stays in Capricorn, and so does Sunday. So with Saturday, with the moon being in Capricorn, it's going to sextile the sun because it's in Pisces. It's going to trine Uranus because it's in Taurus. And it's going to sextile Jupiter because it's in Pisces. Saturday's a good day. Saturday's a good day. Saturday's a day to take on those innovations that you was overthinking 2 days prior with Mercury squaring Uranus. When the moon trines it, it's like, you know, be friends with that. It's okay. If we can build on that, the moon in Capricorn says, don't throw away innovations. Don't throw away the different. Don't throw away the rebellious acts at time. at times just because you can't figure it out. The moon is coming up with Uranus on Saturday. It's like, let's feel it through. Let's ride with it. Moon in Capricorn, let's build on it. Let's work towards it. Let's put a little strategy to it so we can succeed. Y'all get this? Yes, yes, y'all? Y'all quiet just like I'm quiet. I appreciate this. I'm not really quiet, but I feel slow. That's what I feel. Anyway, Saturday is a good day. Take some risks on Saturday. Jump out of a plane. Jump off a cliff. Bungee jump. Swim with the dolphins. I don't care. You're like, it's February, bitch. We ain't swimming with no goddamn dolphins. Well, go for a hike. You know, go talk to the old Italian man downstairs at the bagel shop that sits by himself all the time. You know what I mean? Have a conversation with him and see what his story is about. I'm just saying, do something different Saturday. Take yourself off the beaten path. And then on Sunday, another beautiful, beautiful day. The last aspect with Neptune, the moon is sextile in Neptune. So we feel like, oh, these beautiful things that are coming through the veil, the connection to spirit. And by the way, if this is the week in which you want to, it's a squirrel. If this is the week in which you want to kind of go stop drinking as much as you have been, or stop smoking as much as you have been, stop binging on food and mindless shit as you have been, this is the week to do it. So you can open up another avenue to Neptune and listen to what your people are saying. Y'all get that? This is the week to do that and to drink lots and lots of water, because whatever comes through, it needs to flow through. Whatever comes through, you need to get it out. Whatever comes through is like water, because Neptune is water, and it's in Pisces, and it's a feminine energy that needs to flow. So you got to flush out. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying without really getting to too many explanations. Sometimes explanation kills the vibe. Anyway, Sunday, that's that third aspect of Neptune. Isn't that dope? Y'all see the way Neptune built up, and Neptune stayed in the game all week long, even when you had doubts, even when you didn't want to work, even when your ego was going against your emotions. You understand what I'm saying? Even when, you didn't want to make the change because you think you knew it all. Mercury square and Uranus. You didn't want to make the change because you think you knew it all. Neptune stayed constant this week. Neptune stayed constant to give you your vision, to give you your dreams back, to allow you to connect with your ancestors, to allow you to rise above this mundane earthly plane that we live on, to imagine you living in the world, but not of it. Neptune is like, keep floating, keep going. Okay? And bring that imagination to fruition. Bring that imagination and the fancy-filled ideas that you have to reality. Call it out. Put it on the table. Tell people about it. Be bold about it now. This is the week to be bold about that weird-ass invention that you have. The talking hot dog. The talking hot dog. Oh my God, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Sunday, the moon is in, what the fuck? It is in Capricorn. I'm still on the talking hot dog. The moon is in Capricorn. It is conjuncting Venus, it's conjuncting Mars, and it's conjuncting Pluto. How about we end the week with that? How about we end the week? I see we got some other funny people on here. How about we end the week with that? We end the week with knowing our dreams, knowing Neptune, feeling like we balanced out on some kind of level, and now we trust ourselves again. We trust our fantasies again. We trust our intuition again. And then the moon in Capricorn, I got excited. The moon in Capricorn is going to get with Venus to go, that's what you deserve. The moon is going to get with Mars and go, that's what you deserve, you bomb-ass bitch. That's who you are. Judge every step, moon in Capricorn. Reach for the stars and push, because Mars is action. The moon in Capricorn says, and not only that, feel your power, bitch. Pump up. Pluto is about power and authority. Pump up. Air, heartbeat. You know what I mean? Like, pump up in your shit. Monday is going to be that day where you're like, I think I feel like a superhero. I'm Elastigirl. I'm Elastigirl. Okay, honestly, the last couple of weeks, I just been wanting to laugh so much. I just get goofy sometimes. I don't know what to say other than that. But y'all see how Neptune is coming on in? Y'all have questions? And at the same time, if you want a little read, give me a sun, moon, and rise, please. You stupid, Vaughn. You stupid. Sun, moon, and rise, and then I can get off of this thing the last 10 minutes. Anybody want a quick little read or have any questions about anything that was said? I'll wait. Let me go back to what Bijou said. If any of y'all hear spirit, confirm your talking hot dogs idea. I'm supportive if you put an anime. What, Bijou? I can't with you, Aquarius, right now. Listen. Don't be turning my funny into an actual Aquarius. We can make that happen kind of idea. Innovative, like, in an emoji. Okay. Let's go back to the people. Let's see what they. Kia, hey, I think I know you. Have we done this before? Kia, Sun in Libra, Moon in Pisces, and a Virgo rise. Ooh, that Virgo rise. My puppy has a Virgo rise. Not to compare you to a damn dog, but she does. And what's so interesting about that is that, ooh, she has a Libra moon, and she's a Pisces. Y'all got the flip kind of chart. Understand this. That Virgo rise, though, makes you very curious. Really curious. Virgo rising people usually have bright faces that look like this. Or honestly, their eyes are huge as fuck and they bug out. I don't know who you are, Kia, and I'm not trying to make fun of you. But the thing about it is your bright face and your bug out eyes is like absorbing everything around you because you're so goddamn inquisitive on the outside. That Virgo wants to know so it doesn't make a mistake. That Virgo wants to know so it can be perfect. That Virgo wants to know so no one can criticize them. That Virgo on the rise wants to know so it can be of great service to other people. So it takes in all of this information, willingly and somewhat excited about it too. Just like, wow, just all up in the ideas of life and the creations. That's that Virgo rise. What's interesting about you, Kia, is that Libra, that's a Libra sun. Let me go back to what the fuck. That Libra sun, she can be quite cynical. So how much of the information that the Virgo is seeking will the Libra believe? That's the real question. Because Libra energy is so goddamn cynical. Prove it. That's Libra for you. Tell me again. You got the same face on? I don't know. It's not that they don't trust it. You got to prove it. Give me some real. Give me some, some facts and shit. So Virgo going out there, however, you probably make a really good nurse. I don't know. Are you a nurse? Healthcare? Because you probably make a really good nurse going out there with all of that care on the rise. The Libra says, prove it, but the Libra also is fair and justice oriented. And then when you emote, when you express yourself from that Piscean space, oh my God, it's so unconditional. It's so sweet. It's so open. You save cats and dogs, and goddamn, when you was little, you probably bought stray cats home and shit because your emotions is so incredibly You are a nurse, Kia? Get the fuck out of town. Ain't that something? Sonia's good. That girl is good. That's so dope. I can see it. And you got the moon in Pisces. You got a caring soul, man. You just, again, go out there and save all the cats and the dogs. All the birds and the fish. You just want everybody to be happy. You want everybody to be happy, Kia, sometimes in spite of yourself. Remember that Pisces energy is self-sabotaging. You will take time to, let me say it like this. You will hurt your own feelings before you hurt anybody else's. Yeah. You might have to turn that around a little bit, okay? Just so that Libra don't get butthurt and then she gets snarky and then she like literally don't want fuck with nobody. So you got to put boundaries on what it is that you give, honey. All right? So that Libra is not fighting for space and fighting for a space to be fair. That's what I wanted to say. For a fair space. Okay, that's it. Kia. Okie dokes, smokes. What you talking about, Vaughn? Not squishmallow? Squishmallow? What's that? So Solar Flare was on here, and she absolutely, before I even announced the shit, or he or she was like, "Can you give me a reading?" So listen, you know what? I don't normally do that because sometimes when people solicit, it just makes me feel weird. But I'm gonna do that for you though, sister, brother. Who are you? A lady or a man? Solar Flare. You are Cancer, Sun, Pisces moon, and a Cancer rising. Is that it? Cancer sun, Pisces moon, and a Cancer rising. Is that Solar Flare? Thank you, Bijou. I mean, yeah. Solar Flare, can you come back on here and tell me? Else I'm gonna go to somebody else real quick. Did I read those positions properly? Okay, so you have the sun and the rise in Cancer and the moon in Pisces, right? All water. All water, all water, all water, all water. You got to be very, very careful and selective about those that you have around you in your environment more than anybody in the world. I know that sounds extreme, but that's absolutely true. Because what happens is that if you don't become selective, and this is not me wishing anything negative on anybody, but understand this. Cancer energy is the leader of emotions. Pisces energy is mutable with its emotions, which means it allows it to flow and shape shift and go where it needs to be. It's flexible like that in existence. When Cancer on your rising and your sun pulls in emotions because it has no other choice, because we're the leader in that, and we go out with these antennas and soak up anything and everything, and we bring it home, not even knowing that it's us. The Pisces is going to take that in you. The Pisces in you is going to take that and absolutely try to facilitate it and do something with it before the Cancer can even figure out if it was yours or not to even fucking do something with. And at the end of the day, it's not your responsibility to do anything with the emotions that you feel. And that's a goddamn testament to my goddamn self. Cancer energy oftentimes holds the responsibilities for emotions because we can. Because we can. We have the capacity, but it's not our responsibility to hold those emotions, to mother everybody. You gotta be very, very careful. You gotta rinse off all day and night. You should be doing rituals 3 times a day, chick. And I'm not trying to put anything like suspect on you, but the thing is that you absorb way too many people, and we don't want you to come down with some weird ass Cancer in about 20 years, knock on wood. Where's the wood? Where's the wood? Where's the wood? If I should. Well, that's my mother does. Oh, here's a wooden spoon. Right? Here's the deal. We don't want you to come down with anything, so you have to be more responsible for yourself. And here's the deal, too. If motherfuckers around you don't understand that, friends and family, they're going to have to, because you can't show up always. Solar Flare. You can't show up always. Sometimes you have to stay home. Sometimes you have to be responsible for your own emotions and feelings and say, nah, not today. I got an attitude, or I'm not feeling good. I don't even know if it's me. Because you don't want to emotionally manipulate the room. Does that make sense to you? I'm so glad. I'm so glad. That Cancer energy makes you that mother, of course, and be careful about what you eat. That Cancer energy on the rise, for sure, can bring in food. It brings in worry. It brings in the ability to hold on to the past for no goddamn reason. Cancer energy loves the past. It loves family. It loves the nostalgia of what was. How things smell, how things looked back in 85. That tall dude I used to go with that was a crackhead that I found out after the fact. But he was really, really good in bed. So the Cancer in us and the Cancer rise goes, but he was so nice and he did it really well. So we hold on. Here we go. We hold on to this nostalgia of how it felt. bringing our energy to those memories, getting us wrapped up into what was, which absolutely has us to attract the same type of shit. Because we don't just utilize it as a memory. Oh, that was fun. And keep on going. No, we want to sit with it. We want to take a bath with it. Are we all adults here? We want to masturbate to it. We want to take it somewhere else. We want to tell people about it. We want to write a goddamn book on the crackhead I fell in love with in 1985. And in doing that, it keeps the same vibration around and in. Come on, Vaughn. I mean, I'm being funny, but I'm telling the truth. Where's solar flare? Am I lying? If I'm lying, I'm dying. If I'm lying, I'm dying. And you know that Cancer energy. Crazy like that. Why? Let it go. Because it does nothing but allow us to slip backwards, eat, because we don't even like where we're going. You understand what I'm saying? And again, like I said, attract more of the same. Come on now. Solar flare, you better than that. That's real, right? Yo, I try not to lie, only to the bill collectors. I'm trying to tell you. All right, I think that's enough. We had 61 minutes and 9 seconds. 11. Y'all have any quick questions you want to ask? Otherwise, I think I'm going to go. I think I'm going to leave. I think I'm going to be out of here. Very nostalgic. Okay. Nothing's popping up. I'm so glad that y'all joined me. Christine Brown. Oh, that made me have deep belly laugh, she said. I love that. That means I'm not just goofy for me, huh? I didn't feel like I was on one, y'all. I swear to God, my energy is very, very low. But not in a bad way. I just feel like I'm kind of like, So I'm glad I made y'all laugh. All right, y'all have an amazing week as well. Danny, I love you so much. Big hugs to you, V Daddy 87. I love you. And I pray that all of y'all enjoy this Neptune week. And at the very least, here's my parting words. At the very least, just try to go for the ride. At the very least, just try to go for the ride. There may be some things that people will say or do for practical people and for rational people, for real people, like people who are realistic, they may not understand. Neptune, y'all, doesn't deal with realism. It's all idealism. Neptune, y'all, doesn't deal with perfectly crafted sentences, which lead to perfectly crafted paragraphs and make sense. Neptune don't work like that. Neptune slides in where it gets in. It whispers in your ear. It makes things, you know what it makes you feel like? That perfect to devour after a full meal. I'm not a big dessert person, but sometimes when you get that right dessert, it kind of puts the period on your whole experience. That's what Neptune is trying to do. Put the period on your experience and remind you of how fucking magical you are. Ride with it. Don't ask too many questions. As long as you're not in danger, just ride. Make sense? I love you. Take care.